found 3 hikers standing on the ridge last night, staring up at the northern lights. They'd been reported missing 4 days ago, and search and rescue had combed every inch of this area. But there they were, perfectly still in negative 20 degrees, no coats, no gear, just standing barefoot in the snow with their heads tilted back, watching the aurora. When I called out to them, they didn't respond. When I got closer, I saw why. Their eyes were open, frozen solid, reflecting the green and purple lights like mirrors. But they were still breathing. Somehow, they were still alive. We got them down to the ranger station, and the medics couldn't explain it. No frostbite, no hypothermia. Their body temperatures were normal, but they wouldn't stop staring upward, tracking something across the ceiling that only they could see. And their lips kept moving, forming the same words over and over. They're beautiful. They're so beautiful. They want us to come home. This morning, all 3 of them walked out of the medical tent and started heading north, moving in perfect synchronization like they were being pulled by invisible strings. When we tried to stop them, they turned to look at us, and their eyes, God, their eyes were glowing. Soft green light, pulsing in rhythm with the aurora. And behind them, I saw what they'd been staring at. The northern lights weren't in the sky anymore. They were hovering just above the ground, moving like curtains in a breeze, and there were shapes in them. Human shapes. Hundreds of them, all standing the same way the hikers had been standing, all watching us. My name is Nate Holbrook, and I've been a ranger at gates of the Arctic National Park for 6 years. That was 3 days ago. Since then, I've been trying to make sense of what I saw, what I'm still seeing. The protocols we follow up here aren't in any official manual. They're passed down ranger to ranger, scribbled in margins of logbooks, whispered during training shifts when the senior staff think you're ready to hear them. Before last week, I thought they were superstition, old-timer nonsense meant to scare rookies during the long winter darkness. Now I know better. Now I understand why Ranger Toivo Koski disappeared during the solar storm of 2015. Why his journal sat open on his desk, the last entry reading only, "The sky is calling. I have to answer." I'm writing this down because someone needs to know what's really happening up here. Because I think I'm next. The Bettles Field Station sits 20 miles south of the Arctic Circle. A cluster of log buildings that smell like diesel fuel and old coffee. I've been staring at the same incident report for 2 hours now, trying to find words that won't make me sound insane. 3 individuals recovered from Arrogech Peaks region. Medical evaluation inconclusive. Subjects released themselves from care and departed northward. It doesn't mention the glow in their eyes. Doesn't mention how they walked in lockstep, or the way the aurora had descended like a living curtain behind them. My radio crackles. "Holbrook, you copy?" It's Vera Amaktavuk, the senior ranger who trained me. Her voice carries that flat affect she gets when she's worried but won't admit it. "Yeah, I'm here. Need you to check the old weather station up at Frigid Crags. Automated sensors went offline around midnight." I glance at the clock. 2:47 p.m. In December, that gives me maybe an hour of twilight to work with. "You want me going up there alone?" Take the protocol sheet, the one from Toivo's desk. My stomach does something complicated. In 6 years, she's never mentioned that sheet directly. Vera dash dash. "Just take it, Nate, and follow it exactly." The line goes dead. Toivo Koski's desk is in the back office, untouched since 2015. There's still a mug with ancient coffee residue, still a faded photograph of him and his wife pinned to the corkboard. The protocol sheet is tucked inside a worn copy of Arctic Wildlife Management, folded small and tight, I recognize his handwriting immediately. Cramped, careful letters in fading blue ink. Winter protocols, gates of the Arctic. If you're reading this, someone thought you needed to know. These aren't suggestions. Follow them, or you won't come back. 1. Never look directly at the aurora between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. Use peripheral vision only. If you see human shapes in the lights, turn away immediately and count backward from 100. Do not stop counting until you reach 0. 2. If you encounter anyone above the tree line after dark, verify they cast a shadow using your headlamp. If they don't, leave the area. Do not engage. Do not ask questions. Do not turn your back on them until you're at least half a mile away. 3. The old weather station at Frigid Crags has a red emergency phone in the communications room. If it rings, answer it. Listen to what's said. Repeat the message exactly once, then hang up. Never call back. Never ask who's on the other end. 4. During periods of high solar activity, aurora visible before 9 p.m. Do not venture north of Newgate Creek. Mark any tracks you find heading north and report them, but do not follow. Anyone who crosses Newgate Creek during aurora events doesn't come back the same. 5. If you find personal items, clothing, gear, identification, arranged in circles or patterns in the snow, do not touch them. Photograph from a distance and mark the location. These are markers. Disturbing them means you're volunteering to replace whoever left them. The list continues, but those first 5 make my hands shake. I fold the paper and shove it in my parka pocket next to my compass and bear spray, though I suspect neither will help with what I'm about to face. The snowmobile ride to Frigid Crags takes 40 minutes. The sky is already darkening to that deep purple blue that passes for afternoon in Arctic winter. Wind tears at my face mask, and the cold seeps through every layer I'm wearing. The tree line falls away after the first 20 minutes, leaving nothing but white expanse and the jagged silhouette of the Brooks Range ahead. I kill the engine a quarter mile from the weather station and continue on foot. Protocol number 2 is nagging at me. Verify shadows, don't engage. But it's the 4th rule that really bothers me. High solar activity. Aurora before 9 p.m. Last night, the lights started at 6:30. I'm still south of Newgate Creek, but not by much. The weather station hunches against the wind, a small concrete block with a radio tower and solar panels coated in ice. The door is ajar. That's not right. These stations are kept locked, climate-controlled to protect the equipment. I push inside. The temperature is warmer, but not by much. Emergency lighting casts everything in sickly yellow. The main room holds racks of weather instruments, a desk with an old computer, and the red phone is off the hook, dangling by its cord, swaying slightly like someone just put it down. I stare at the phone for 30 seconds, maybe more. The handset rotates slowly on its cord, catching the yellow emergency lights. Rule 3 says to answer if it rings. It doesn't say anything about what to do if someone else already answered it. I reach out and lift the receiver to my ear. Static, the kind that sounds like wind through dead trees, or maybe breathing. Then, underneath it, a voice. Distant, like it's traveling through miles of frozen ground to reach me. The ones who went north, they're still walking, past the mountains now. They don't stop. They don't eat. They don't sleep. Just walking, following the lights home. The voice is male, hoarse. I recognize it from the orientation videos, from the photograph on the desk back at Bettles. Toivo Koski. My throat closes up. Toivo. The static swells, drowns out whatever he says next. Then it clears, and his voice comes through stronger. Warn them. Tell Vera. The lights aren't just looking anymore. They're harvesting, taking more each cycle. We're running out of time. Where are you? The question tears out of me before I can think. Toivo, where the hell are you? I'm home. We're all home. It's beautiful here, Nate. You should see it. The sky never stops dancing. The line goes dead. I stand there holding the receiver until my arm aches, then slowly hang it up. The protocol said to repeat the message once. I didn't. I asked questions instead. Broke the rule. The lights in the weather station flicker. I pull out my flashlight, click it on. The beam cuts through the yellow glow, reveals the communications room properly for the first time. The walls are covered in something. Not frost, not ice. Drawings, scratched into the concrete with something sharp. Hundreds of them. Stick figures with their arms raised, arranged in circles, all facing the same direction. North. At the center of the largest circle, carved deep, we heard them calling. My radio hisses to life. Holbrook, status. Vera's voice makes me jump. I fumble for the radio. I'm at the station. The phone. Someone left it off the hook. Did it ring? No, but I picked it up anyway. I heard. How do I explain this? I think it was Toivo. Silence stretches out for 5 seconds. 10. Then, get out of there. Now. Don't use the snowmobile. Walk back and stay below the tree line. I'm sending Malik to meet you halfway. Vera, what's going on? Those hikers, what happened to them? Not over the radio. Just move. The connection cuts. I pocket the radio and turn toward the exit. That's when I notice the temperature. It's dropping. Fast. My breath comes out in thick clouds now, and frost is spreading across the instrument panels in real time. The door I left ajar is wide open now, and beyond it, the aurora. It shouldn't be this bright yet. Sunset is still 20 minutes away, but the sky is alive with ribbons of green and violet, pulsing like heartbeats. They're lower than I've ever seen them. Low enough that I can see texture in the light. See the way it moves like fabric in water. And inside the lights, there are shapes. Human-shaped. Dozens of them. Standing with their arms raised, facing south. Facing me. Rule 1. Never look directly at the aurora between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. But it's not even 4 p.m. yet. Does that mean I'm safe? Or did Toivo just not list all the danger hours? I force my gaze down. Use peripheral vision like the protocol says. The shapes are still there in the edge of my sight. Not moving. Just watching. My heart hammers against my ribs. No, wait. Banned phrase. My heart feels like it's trying to punch through my sternum. I start counting backward from 100. 99, 98, 97. The cold intensifies. My fingers ache inside my gloves. The frost on the instrument panels is an inch thick now, and it's creeping across the floor toward my boots. 83, 82, 81. Don't stop counting. Don't look up. Don't acknowledge them. Something moves outside. Not in the sky. On the ground. A figure emerges from behind the solar panel array, walking with an odd, stilted gait. They're wearing a ranger uniform. No coat. No hat. Just the uniform, green and gray, with a patch I can't quite make out. 67, 66. 65. The figure stops at the threshold. I keep my eyes down, focused on their boots. Standard issue, same as mine, but they're not leaving tracks in the snow. The powder around them is smooth, undisturbed. Rule 2. Verify shadows with your headlamp. My hand shakes as I raise the flashlight, click it on, aim it at the figure. The beam passes right through them. No shadow, no substance, just the light hitting the snow behind where they should be standing. 49, 48, 47. Nate. The voice is wrong, layered, like three people speaking in sync. Why are you counting? I don't answer. Keep counting. Keep moving backward, deeper into the weather station. We miss you down in Bettles. Vera asks about you. Your daughter asks about you. I don't have a daughter. 31, 30, 29. The lights are so beautiful tonight. Don't you want to see? Just look up. Just for a second. The figure steps inside. Still no tracks. Still no shadow. Their face is in darkness, but I can see their eyes now in my peripheral vision. Glowing. Soft green. Pulsing. 17. 16. 15. Toivo says hello. He's waiting for you. We're all waiting. It's warmer up here, Nate. No more cold, no more darkness, just the lights. Forever. My back hits the far wall. Nowhere left to go. The figure is 5 feet away now. 4, 3, 7, 6, 5. Their hand reaches out. I can see through it. See the desk beyond. See the red phone on its cradle. 3, 2, 1, 0. The figure vanishes. The temperature jumps back to normal in an instant. The frost on the instrument sublimes away, leaving only water droplets. Outside, the aurora dims to its normal evening glow, high above the horizon where it belongs. My legs give out. I slide down the wall, gasping. The radio crackles. Mate! Answer me, goddammit. It's Vera. I grab the radio with shaking hands. I'm here. I'm okay. Someone was here. No shadow. They knew my name. Listen carefully. Do not leave that building until you see headlights. Malik is 10 minutes out. When he arrives, you verify his shadow before you get on that snowmobile. Understand? Yeah, I understand. And Nate? Whatever it said to you, whatever it offered, that's not real. None of it is real. But that's the thing. It felt real. It felt like going home. The headlights cut through the darkening twilight 17 minutes later. I watch from the window as the snowmobile approaches, every muscle in my body coiled tight. The rider kills the engine 50 yards out and dismounts. He's bulky in his winter gear, face hidden behind the balaclava and goggles. He waves. I don't move. Not yet. He pulls off the goggles and balaclava, revealing a round face with a thick beard frosted white. Malik Petrov. I've known him for 4 years, shared countless shifts, even spent Thanksgiving at his place in Fairbanks last year. But right now, I don't trust my own eyes. He walks closer, stops at the door. You planning to stay in there all night or what? Turn around.
Feel better?
Face the snowmobile.
Yeah. No worry.
He pauses,
Wake up.
then slowly rotates. I click on my headlamp, the beam hitting him square in the back. His shadow stretches across the snow, solid and dark. Real. Satisfying. His voice carries an edge of something. Not quite fear, but close. I step outside. The aurora has retreated to its normal altitude, but it's brighter than usual, painting the snow in shades of emerald and amethyst. Sorry, had to check. Don't apologize. That's smart thinking up here. He gestures to the snowmobile. Vera wants you back at Bettles. We've got a situation. Worse than this? Different. Come on. I climb on behind him, and we take off south. The ride is rough, the machine bouncing over hidden drifts in carved ice. Wind screams past us, and even through my face mask, the cold bites deep. Malik doesn't speak, doesn't turn around. He just drives and I hold on. We're 15 minutes in when I see them. Tracks, human footprints, bare feet from the look of them, running parallel to our route. 3 sets. They're spaced evenly apart, perfectly aligned, heading north toward Nougat Creek. The snow inside each print is smooth, untouched by wind, like they were made seconds ago instead of hours. Malik! I shout over the engine. Stop! He slows but doesn't stop completely. What? The tracks. You see them? He glances over and something crosses his face. Not surprise, recognition. Yeah, I see them. That's them, isn't it? The hikers. Probably. We should follow, mark the trail. No. The word comes out hard. Rule 4. Anything heading north of Nougat Creek during Aurora activity, we document and move on. That's it. But they're people, Malik. They're still alive somehow. Are they? He turns to look at me, and his eyes are haunted. Think about what you saw up at the weather station. Think about what tried to talk to you. You really believe those 3 are still human? I don't have an answer for that. We ride in silence for another 10 minutes. The tree line appears ahead, a jagged dark border between snow and sky. Malik guides us into the spruce forest, and the temperature rises slightly. The wind blocked by the trees. My radio crackles. Holbrook, you with Malik? Yeah, Vera. We're about 20 out. Good. When you get here, come straight to the office. Don't talk to anyone else. Don't mention what you saw at Frigid Crags. Why not? Because we've got journalists here. 3 of them from Anchorage. Someone tipped them off about the missing hikers, and now they're asking questions we can't answer. What did you tell them? That the 3 individuals were found suffering from exposure and transported to Fairbanks Memorial. Standard line. But one of the reporters has been digging. Found records of other disappearances. 23 in the last decade, all during winter, all during high solar activity. She's starting to connect dots we don't want connected. If you like the stories, please hype the videos from a button like this just above the comment section. It helps the videos to get more reach and perform well. It would take just a few seconds and cost nothing, but would help the channel grow even faster. Thank you. Malik curses under his breath. Just get back here, Vera continues. And Nate? That thing you heard on the phone. We need to talk about that. The radio dies. We emerge from the tree line into the cleared area around Bettlefield Station. 3 vehicles sit in the parking area. Our trucks and a white SUV with Anchorage plates. Lights blaze in the main building, and I can see silhouettes moving behind the windows. Malik parks the snowmobile and kills the engine. Let me do the talking if they corner us. You look like you've seen a ghost. I think I have. Well, don't tell them that. We trudge toward the entrance. My body aches from the cold and tension, and all I want is coffee and a hot shower and about 12 hours of sleep. But the moment we push through the door, a woman intercepts us. She's in her 30s wearing expensive outdoor gear that screams city money. Her dark hair is pulled back tight, and she's got a voice recorder in one hand, phone in the other. Excuse me, are you the ranger who found the missing hikers? I glance at Malik. He steps forward, blocking her path to me. You'll need to direct questions to our communications officer. I've been trying to reach her for 2 days. Look, I'm just after the truth here. Bethany Wu, Anchorage Daily News. I've been researching disappearances in this park, and the numbers don't add up. 23 people in 10 years, and your official stance is that it's just the terrain and weather. But I've hiked all over Alaska, I know the statistics for other parks. Gates of the Arctic has tripled the missing persons rate, and almost all of them vanish during winter. During aurora season, weather gets worse in winter. Malik says flatly, people take risks. We do our best. What about Toivo Koski, your colleague who disappeared in 2015? There was a solar storm that night. The aurora was visible as far south as Seattle, and he just walked away from his post and vanished. No body, no trace. My breath catches. She knows about Toivo. Malik's jaw tightens. Ranger Koski's case is still under investigation. Really? Because I spoke with his wife last week. She said the Park Service told her to stop asking questions, said her husband got lost in a whiteout, but there was no storm that night, just clear skies and the lights. Behind us, a door opens. Vera emerges from the back office, her weathered face set in hard lines. She's short, barely 5'2", but she carries authority like a weapon. Miss Wu, I'm Ranger Anaktuvuk, Station Chief. You're interfering with an active search operation. There's no search happening. Your staff is all here. I checked. Then you're trespassing. This is a federal facility. Bethany's eyes narrow. You're hiding something, I can feel it. Those 3 hikers, where are they really? Because Fairbanks Memorial has no record of admitting anyone matching their descriptions. Vera doesn't flinch. You need to leave. Now, if you have questions, file them through proper channels. I will. And I'll keep digging. Whatever's happening out here, people deserve to know. She turns and walks toward the exit, followed by 2 other journalists I hadn't noticed. They're younger, carrying camera equipment, both looking nervous. The door slams behind them, and we watch through the window as they climb into the white SUV and drive off. Vera exhales slowly. Malik, go home. Get some sleep. What about... That's an order! He glances at me, something apologetic in his expression, then nods and leaves through the side door. Vera turns to me. My office. Now. I follow her down the narrow hallway to her workspace. It's cramped and cluttered, walls covered in maps and duty rosters and weather reports. She closes the door and leans against her desk. Tell me exactly what the voice on the phone said. I recount it word for word. The warning about harvesting. The part about running out of time. The way Toivo said he was home. That it was beautiful. Vera's face goes pale. He said harvesting? Yeah. Why? She pulls out a folder from her desk drawer, tosses it in front of me. Inside are photocopies of old reports, some dating back to the 1970s. Incident reports, all marked classified in faded red stamps. This station has been monitoring aurora disappearances since 1973, she says quietly. Every winter, people vanish during high solar activity. Sometimes hikers, sometimes locals, sometimes our own people. The government knows. They've been tracking it for decades. Why? What's causing it? We don't know, but it's getting worse. The frequency is increasing. Used to be 1 or 2 a year. Last winter, we lost 8. This year, we're already at 5, and we're only 3 weeks into December. She pulls out another document. It's a map of Alaska with red dots marking locations. The cluster is densest around gates of the Arctic, but there are others scattered across the state. Hundreds of them. The aurora isn't just light, Vera says. It's something else. Something that's learning, adapting. And I think Toivo found out what. Then where is he? She looks at me with eyes that carry too much weight. I think he went through, crossed over to wherever those lights lead. And I think he's been trying to warn us ever since. Vera slides a worn leather journal across the desk. The cover is water-stained, the pages warped from moisture. This is Toivo's personal log. Found it in his truck 3 days after he disappeared. Read the last entry. I open to the marked page. The handwriting is rushed, almost frantic. December 18th, 2015. Confirmed it tonight. The shapes in the aurora aren't random. They're organized, communicating. I've been watching them for weeks, charting their movements, and there's a pattern. When the lights pulse, they pulse back. When I shine my spotlight toward them, they shift positions. They're aware of us. More importantly, they're pulling, not physically. Consciousness. I can feel it when I look too long, like standing at the edge of a cliff and wanting to jump. Not suicidal, just called. Like something on the other side is whispering that I belong there. I talked to Dr. Helena Strand at the University of Alaska. She's been studying the disappearances independently. Her theory, the aurora borealis occasionally creates dimensional rifts, tears in space where our reality brushes against another Earth. A parallel world where the same ice age never ended, where evolution took a different path. She thinks whatever lives there is reaching through, pulling people across. The government knows. They've known since the 60s when they started studying magnetosphere anomalies, but they can't control it, can't predict it, can't stop it. So they bury it. Label us crazy. Tell families their loved ones got lost. I found coordinates in classified files, places where the disappearances cluster. Gates of the Arctic, Prudhoe Bay, Barrow, all along the Aurora Zone. And the rate is accelerating. Used to be random. Now it's systematic, like they're learning how to reach through more efficiently. Tomorrow, I'm going to Nugget Creek during the next solar storm. I'm bringing equipment, cameras, sensors. If there really is a rift, I'm going to document it, prove it, make them acknowledge what's happening. If I don't come back, tell Vera I'm sorry. Tell her the rules work, but only if people follow them perfectly. And tell her about Rule 6, the one I just figured out. The entry ends there. What's Rule 6? I ask. Vera pulls out the protocol sheet I took from Toivo's desk. She unfolds it completely, revealing more text on the back than I hadn't seen. 6. If you experience persistent auditory phenomena, voices calling your name, whispers in empty rooms, or sounds like singing carried on the wind, do not investigate the source. These are echolocation attempts. They're mapping your consciousness. Go inside immediately and run white noise, television static, radio between stations, mechanical hum, for at least 30 minutes. Do not sleep until the sounds stop. 7. Never, under any circumstances, respond if something offers to take you home. Home is here. Home is south. Anything promising warmth, light, family, or belonging beyond the aurora is lying. They don't understand what home means. They only know it's what you want most. Rule 7. The shadowless figure at Frigid Crags used that exact word. Home. He added these right before he vanished, Vera says. Left them on his desk with a note saying to include them in the protocols. We didn't understand why until rangers started reporting the same phenomena. The voices, the offers, always the same promise. Come home. So what happened at Nugget Creek? Did he find the rift? We don't know. Search and rescue found his equipment scattered across a quarter mile. Cameras smashed, sensors in pieces, and his tracks. She pauses. They led north into the mountains, straight and purposeful, until they just stopped. Like he walked into nothing and disappeared mid-step. But you still hear from him. The phone calls. 3 times now. Always during major Aurora events. always cryptic warnings. The first time was 6 months after he vanished. He said the harvest had started. Second time was last year. Said they were refining their method. This is the third. I lean back in the chair, trying to process. This Dr. Strand. Is she still researching this? Vera's expression darkens. She disappeared 4 months ago. Left her office in Fairbanks one night after a lecture and never came home. Her car was found at Cleary Summit. Doors open, engine running. Security footage from a gas station showed her filling up at 9 p.m., looking agitated, talking to someone off camera. When the attendant asked if she was okay, she said she needed to go north, that she finally understood how to cross over safely. Jesus. Her research notes vanished with her. But I managed to get copies of her early work before the university locked it down. Vera pulls out a thick binder. She called it the consciousness transfer theory, the idea that the aurora creates weak points between dimensions, and the beings on the other side learn to exploit it. They send signals through the light, specific wavelengths that resonate with human neural patterns. Once someone's exposed long enough, they become receptive, vulnerable to the call. She flips to a diagram showing brainwave patterns. These are EEG readings from people who reported aurora phenomena. Notice the theta wave spike. That's the frequency associated with deep meditation, REM sleep, and hypnotic states. Their brains were being tuned, like radio dials, to receive something we're not meant to hear. A chill runs. No, wait. That's banned. The cold feeling spreads through my gut like spilled water. The 3 hikers, I say. Their eyes were glowing, pupils reflecting the light even when they looked away from the sky. Permanently attuned. Their consciousness is already halfway across. Bodies here, minds there. Walking vessels. Can they be brought back? We don't know. No one's ever been recovered once they reach that stake. They always go north, always disappear beyond Newgate Creek, and then she trails off. Then what? Then we see them in the lights. Weeks later, months later, standing shapes in the aurora, watching, waiting, like they're showing us what's on the other side, inviting us to join them. A knock at the door makes us both jump. One of the junior rangers, Tommy Wasilla, pokes his head in. He's young, barely 25, with the nervous energy of someone who hasn't seen enough yet to be properly scared. Sorry to interrupt, but we've got a situation. That journalist, the one who left earlier, she's back. Parked on the access road with her crew. They've got cameras set up and they're filming something. Filming what? Vera demands. The sky. The aurora's gone crazy. Brightest I've ever seen. And it's only 8 p.m. We rush outside. The entire staff is there, maybe 8 people, all staring up. The aurora fills the sky from horizon to horizon. Not just ribbons anymore, but vast curtains of light that pulse and writhe. Green bleeds into purple, bleeds into blue. Colors that shouldn't exist, mixing and separating in waves. And inside the light, clearly visible even without looking directly at it, figures, hundreds of them, thousands, standing in formation, arms raised, all facing south, facing us. Bethany Wu stands in the parking area with her camera crew, recording everything. Are you seeing this? Tell me you're all seeing this. Get inside, Vera shouts at her. Now! Are you insane? This is the story of the century. There are people in the lights, human shapes. One of her cameramen lowers his equipment, face slack. I can hear them. Can you hear them? They're saying my name. His words cut through the cold, because I can hear them too, not with my ears. Inside my head, a chorus of voices, each one distinct, each one calling. Nate, Mate Holbrook, come home, mate. Come see what we've seen. It's beautiful here. No more cold, no more fear. Just the lights, forever dancing, forever warm. The cameraman drops his equipment and starts walking north. Bethany grabs his arm. Jake! Jake, stop! He shoves her off easily, his strength shocking. She falls into the snow as he continues walking, steady and purposeful, past the parking lot, past the generator shed, toward the tree line and the mountains beyond, toward Newgate Creek. Someone stop him! Bethany screams. Malik appears from the equipment shed, sprinting. He tackles Jake 20 yards out, and they both go down in a tangle. Jake fights, thrashing and clawing, but Malik gets him in a hold. Get rope. Restrain him, Malik shouts. I run to help, but my legs feel sluggish, my body heavy. The voices are getting louder, more insistent. I look up. Don't look up. Rule 1, but I can't help it. The figures in the aurora are moving now, not walking, descending, coming lower. The light is touching the ground 2 miles north, maybe less. A wall of color and shapes that's moving south, coming toward us. Vera grabs my shoulder, spins me around. Don't look. Use peripheral vision. Nate, focus on me. Her face is tight with terror I've never seen before. Behind her, 2 more people from Bethany's crew have started walking north. Someone's crying. Someone else is laughing, high-pitched and wrong. The red phone at Frigid Crowds isn't the only thing trying to communicate anymore. They're here. They're calling all of us home. Tommy and I drag Jake back toward the main building, while Malik rounds up the other 2 journalists who've started wandering. They're not fighting anymore, just walking with that same eerie determination. Their faces slack and the eyes reflecting green light that shouldn't be there. Bethany Rue follows, demanding answers nobody has time to give. Lock them in the equipment room, Vera orders. Windows are small, doors are solid. They won't be able to get out. You can't just imprison people. Bethany shouts. Watch me. Vera's already moving, hurting the affected journalists like livestock. You want to join them? Keep arguing. Otherwise, get inside and stay away from the windows. The Aurora Wall is 300 yards out now. I can see it clearly. Not just light anymore, but substance, texture. The shapes inside aren't silhouettes. They're detailed. I can make out faces, bodies, clothing. Some wearing modern gear. Some in older styles, decades out of date. All of them staring south with eyes that burn. We get Jake and the others secured in the equipment room. They press against the door, scratching at the wood, moaning words that aren't quite language. Jake's fingernails are bleeding, leaving red smears on the paint. How long until it wears off? Tommy asks. It doesn't wear off, Vera says quietly. Not once they're this far gone. We can only contain them until... Until what? Bethany interrupts. She's pale but composed, still recording on her phone despite everything. Until they disappear? Until whatever's in that light takes them? Vera rounds on her. You wanted the truth? Here it is. That light is a doorway, a rift between our world and somewhere else. Something on the other side has been pulling people through for decades, maybe centuries. We don't know why. We don't know what they want. But we know that once someone hears the call, once they start walking north, they don't come back. Then we call for help. Military, scientists, someone who can what? Shoot the sky? The government knows about this. They've known for 50 years. There's nothing they can do except document and cover it up. Bethany's face hardens. Then I'm telling the world, if people are dying, they're not dying. That's the worst part. Vera's voice cracks. They're alive, conscious, aware, just somewhere else. And they like it there. Love it. That's what Toivo said. That's what they all say when we hear from them. They're happy. A scream cuts through the building. We rush to the common room where 4 more rangers are gathered around the radio. Static pours from the speakers, but underneath it, voices, multiple voices, overlapping, speaking in unison. Can you hear us? Vera, can you hear us? It's Toivo. It's Helena. It's everyone you've lost. We're here. We're waiting. Come see. Come home. Vera's hand shakes as she reaches for the radio dial. Toivo? Yes. Yes, I'm here. We're all here. It's not what you think, Vera. It's not death. It's transformation. Evolution. We're more now than we were. More than human. More than limited. Where are you? North. Always north. Past the mountains, past the ice, past the edge of your world, and into ours. It's beautiful, Vera. The sky never stops dancing. The cold can't touch us. We're part of the light now. Part of the movement. Tommy unplugs the radio. The voice is cut off, but the damage is done. 2 of the rangers are crying. 1 is laughing softly, staring at nothing. Mallet checks his watch. 8:47. Solar maximum peaks at 9:15. If that wall keeps advancing at this rate, it'll reach us in 20 minutes. We evacuate, Vera says. Everyone in the trucks. We drive south until we're clear. What about the ones we locked up? Bethany asks. They come with us, sedated if necessary. We move fast. Tommy and another ranger raid the medical supplies, return with syringes of something meant for bear tranquilizers. Through the equipment room door, Jake is still scratching, still moaning. His fingers are raw stumps now, bone showing through shredded meat. Jesus Christ, Bethany whispers. We sedate all 3 journalists, carry them to the trucks. Their eyes stay open, even unconscious, tracking the aurora through the windows, pupils wide and glowing faintly. Loading them feels wrong, like handling corpses that haven't stopped moving yet. Malik starts one truck. Tommy takes another. Vera climbs into the third. Nate, you ride with me. Everyone else split up. We stay together on the access road. Nobody stops for anything. Bethany grabs my arm before I can move. What about my crew? The other cameraman. He didn't come back inside. I'd forgotten. There was a 4th person. I scan the area, see a figure standing 200 yards north, silhouetted against the Aurora wall. He's got his camera on his shoulder, still filming, even as the light towers over him. We can't reach him in time, I say. Like hell, that's David. He's 23 years old. He's got a fiancée. I'm not leaving him. She's already running before I can stop her, just bolts into the snow, screaming his name. Bethany, don't. I chase after her, my boots slipping on ice. The Aurora wall is 100 yards out, 50. The temperature spikes, not cold anymore, but warm, almost hot. The air smells like ozone and something sweet, like flowers that don't exist. The voices are everywhere now, not just in my head, but surrounding me, coming from the light itself. Nate. Nathaniel Holbrook. Age 32. Born in Juneau. Always felt disconnected. Always searching for belonging. We can give you that. We can make you whole. They know me. They know everything. Bethany reaches David. He doesn't acknowledge her, just keeps filming, the camera pointed at the shapes in the light. She grabs his shoulder, tries to pull him back. He shoves her away without looking, and she sprawls in the snow. I'm 10 yards from them when the Aurora wall arrives. It passes over David like a wave, and for a moment he's illuminated from within, his body translucent, every bone and organ visible. Then the light solidifies around him, and he's gone. Just empty snow where he stood, his camera lying in the powder, still recording. Bethany screams. I grab her, haul her backward. The Aurora wall stops advancing, just hovers there, 15 feet away. A vertical plane of green light filled with faces. I see David now, standing among them, camera at his side. He's looking at Bethany, and his mouth moves. Thank you. Thank you for letting me go. It's perfect here. His expression is ecstatic. David! Bethany sobs, fighting against my grip. David, come back! But he's turning away, walking deeper into the light, joining the others. I can see them clearly now. Hundreds, maybe thousands of people, all facing different directions, all moving through a landscape that exists perpendicular to ours. A frozen plain under a green sky. Mountains made of ice that glows from within. And in the distance, something vast and architectural, like a city built from Aurora itself. We have to move, I gasp, dragging Bethany. Now! The truck horn blares. Vera's screaming at us from the driver's seat. We run, and the Aurora wall doesn't follow. Just stays there, waiting. Patient. We pile into Vera's truck. She floors it, tires spinning before catching. We rocket down the access road, the other trucks following. I look back through the rear window. The Aurora wall is retreating now, flowing back north, carrying its harvest with it. Jake and the other two sedated journalists are convulsing in the truck bed, their bodies arching, mouths open in silent screams. The glow in their eyes is getting brighter. They're not going to make it, Malik says over the radio. Even sedated, the call is too strong. Vera's knuckles are white on the steering wheel. How far to the checkpoint? 30 miles. But we won't make it before 9:15. Peak solar activity. The sky on ahead is normal. Dark. Clear. Studded with stars. But behind us, the entire northern horizon burns with light. We drive for 10 minutes in silence. Bethany is shaking, staring at her phone. The video of David is playing on loop. His last moments before the light took him. I'm sorry, I tell her. Don't. Her voice is hollow. Just don't. The radio crackles. Not our frequency. Something else breaking through. Toivo's voice again, but different this time. Urgent. Vera, if you can hear this, you need to stop them. The harvest is accelerating. They're taking too many, too fast. The barrier is weakening. Soon they won't need the Aurora to cross. They'll be able to reach through anywhere, anytime. You have to destroy the focal points, the places where the dimensional membrane is thinnest. I found the coordinates. I'm sending them now. Static. Then a string of numbers. GPS coordinates. Vera grabs a pen, writes frantically on her palm. Tommy, Malik, you getting this? Yeah, Malik responds. There's 5 locations, all in the park, all north of Nougat Creek. What's at these coordinates? I ask. Vera's face is grim. I don't know, but if Toivo says we need to destroy them, we destroy them. The truck behind us swerves. I watch through the rear window as Tommy loses control, overcorrects, and plows into a snowbank. The vehicle tilts, stops. Tommy! Vera slams the brakes. We all jump out. Tommy climbs from the driver's seat, dazed but okay. But the 2 rangers in the back with him, they're gone. The rear door is open, hanging loose. Tracks lead north into the trees. They woke up. Tommy gasps, broke through the sedation, started screaming about going home. I tried to stop them, lost control. A howl cuts through the night. Not human, not quite. Between the trees, eyes gleam, green light, pulsing, multiple pairs. The missing rangers are out there, and they're not alone anymore. The shapes from the Aurora wall have followed us south. Back in the trucks, Vera orders. Leave them. We can't just... Tommy starts. They're gone. Whatever's wearing their faces now isn't them. The eyes in the forest multiply. 6 pairs. 8. A dozen. They're spreading out, encircling us, moving with coordinated precision that makes my skin crawl. One of them steps into the headlights. It's Ranger Jameson. Or it was. Her uniform is pristine despite trudging through snow, and her face is wrong. Features slightly off-center, smile too wide, like a child's drawing of a human. Her eyes pulse with that same green luminescence. You should come with us, she says. But it's not her voice. It's multiple voices layered together, harmonizing in a way that makes my teeth ache. The crossing is easier in groups, less disorienting. We can guide you through. Malik raises his rifle. Stay back. Guns won't help. We're not really here. This is just projection. Echo. The real us is already home. She tilts her head at an angle that would snap a neck. But you know that, Malik Petrov. You've been hearing us for weeks. In your bedroom at night. Whispers through the wall vents. We know you want to see your brother again. Malik's hands shake. His brother died 5 years ago. Climbing accident in Denali. Don't listen, Vera hisses. Rule 7. They're lying. We don't lie. We just don't understand deception. Your brother is with us, Grigory Petrov. He crossed during the storm of 2020. He asks about you. Wants you to know he's not in pain anymore. Shut up. Malik fires into the air. The crack echoes through the trees. The figure wearing Jameson's face doesn't flinch, just smiles wider. Violence is interesting. We're still learning about that. In our world, there's no conflict, no separation. All consciousness flows together, like a river. You'd like it, Nathaniel. No more questions about where you belong. I grab Malik's shoulder, pull him toward the truck. Ignore them. They're fishing for reactions. More figures emerge from the forest. I recognize 2 other rangers from our station. A woman in hiking gear who might be one of the missing from last month. A man in a parka from the 1980s, geared decades old. Frost crystallizing on his beard despite the warmth radiating from him. They're all staring, all smiling. We pile into the trucks, slam doors. Vera guns the engine, fishtails back onto the road. The figures don't chase, just stand there watching as we speed away, their eyes tracking us until we round a bend. What the hell were those things? Bethany gasps from the back seat. She's still clutching her phone, knuckles bloodless. Projections, Vera says. Echoes of people who crossed over. They can manifest near the focal points when the dimensional barrier weakens. Usually they're just shapes in the light. But tonight, they're solid, I finish. Or close enough. We drive in tense silence for another 20 miles. The aurora has retreated to the northern horizon, but it's still brighter than normal, pulsing like a heartbeat. Jake is still convulsing in the truck bed behind Malik's vehicle, his body arcing despite the restraints. Vera pulls over at a wide spot in the road, kills the engine. The other trucks stop behind us. We all get out, gathering a tight circle in the headlights. Show me those coordinates again, Vera says. I read them from her palm where she'd scribbled them. Malik pulls up a GPS unit, starts plotting points on a topographic map. Here, he says, marking the first location. That's near Reed Lake. Second one is, wait, that's inside the Arrogech Peaks. Third is at Nooterwick Creek. Fourth at Anaktivuk Pass. And the fifth, he stops, face draining of color. What? Vera demands. The fifth is where we found Toivo's equipment. The exact spot where his tracks disappeared. Silence stretches between us. Wind moans across the empty road. So these are the places where people vanished, Tommy says. Or where the barrier between worlds is weakest, I add. Toivo said to destroy the focal points. But what are we actually destroying? Vera opens her truck's storage compartment, pulls out a file box. Inside are more documents, photographs, scientific instruments I don't recognize. After Toivo disappeared, I started investigating. Found some of Dr. Strand's research before it got classified. She theorized the aurora doesn't create the rifts. It reveals them. There are permanent weak spots in the dimensional membrane, places where the two Earths nearly touch. Natural phenomena, probably formed during magnetic pole reversals thousands of years ago. She spreads out several photographs on the truck hood. They show rock formations, strange ones, columns of stone arranged in precise geometric patterns, like natural monuments, but too perfect to be random. These are at 3 of the coordinate locations, Vera continues. Dr. Strand called them anchors, geological formations that somehow stabilize the rifts, keep them open. The aurora just makes them visible and accessible. So, we destroy the rocks? Malek asks. Explosives. We've got charges in the equipment shed back at Bettles. Enough to collapse the formations. If we can destabilize the anchors, maybe we can seal the rifts. Maybe? Bethany interjects. You're betting on maybe? You've got a better plan? Vera snaps. Because right now that thing is reaching through faster than ever, taking more people. Soon it won't need aurora events at all. It'll be able to manifest anywhere, anytime. And then this stops being a local problem and becomes global. Bethany looks away, jaw tight. Tommy studies the map. 5 locations. We'd need to hit them simultaneously, or close to it. If we destroy one, the others might compensate, strengthen. We need teams. We've got 8 people counting the journalists, Malik points out. 2 per location, with 1 team of 3 for backup. I'm going, Bethany says. Everyone turns to look at her. I lost David. I watched him walk into that light smiling. I'm not sitting this out. Vera nods slowly. Fine. But you follow orders. No heroics, no recording, no questions. This isn't journalism anymore. Understood. We check the trucks. Jake is unconscious now, breathing shallow but steady. His eyes have stopped glowing, but his skin is cold to the touch despite the blankets. The other sedated journalist is the same, alive but fading, like watching someone sink beneath water in slow motion. We leave them here with someone, Vera decides. Tommy, you stay. Keep them warm. If they wake up and try to walk north, restrain them. We'll be back by dawn. Tommy doesn't argue, just nods. He's young but not stupid. Knows this is the safer assignment. We redistribute supplies. Malik and I take Reed Lake. Vera and another ranger named Sujuk Tikatnu take Arrogech Peaks. Bethany teams with Ranger Wade Johnston for Nooterwick Creek. 2 other rangers, Jasper Kavik and Denise Holmgren, take Anaktivuk Pass. That leaves the 5th location, where Toivo disappeared, without a team. I'll handle that one alone, Vera says. Like hell, I reply. That's the most active rift. You can't go solo.
What?
Someone needs to coordinate. And that side is personal. Toivo was my friend. If there's any chance he's still there, still conscious somewhere in that barrier, then I'm coming with you. Malik can handle Reed Lake alone. He's the best navigator we've got. Vera looks like she wants to argue, but exhaustion wins. Fine, but we do the other 4 first. Save the 5th for last. After we know the explosives work. We synchronize watches. 11:34 p.m. Solar maximum is over, but the aurora is still active, still bright. We have maybe 6 hours before dawn, before the phenomenon weakens enough to be safe. Before we split up, Vera gathers us together one final time. If you see shapes in the light, don't look directly at them. If you hear voices offering you things, don't respond. If someone in your team starts acting strange, restrain them immediately. These rules kept us alive this long. Follow them. And if the explosives don't work, Jasper asks quietly. Vera's expression hardens. Then we're documenting the end of the world. Make your detonations count. We separate into our vehicles. Malik heads east toward Reed Lake. Bethany's group goes west. The others peel off to their assigned coordinates. Vera and I drive north toward Arrogech Peaks first to drop off Ranger Takatnu and help set charges before moving to the 5th location. The aurora fills the sky above us, brighter than ever. And inside the light, I can see them. Thousands of figures now, all standing, all watching, all waiting to see if we succeed or fail. Either way, they'll have their answer soon. The 5th focal point sits in a valley between 2 peaks, accessible only by snowmobile and a 2-mile hike. We left the vehicle at 1:47 a.m. and reached the site at 3:12. The rock formation is exactly as shown in Dr. Strand's photographs. 7 stone pillars arranged in a perfect circle, each one 30 feet tall. Black basalt that seems to drink in light rather than reflect it. Between the pillars, the air shimmers, not heat distortion. Something else. Like watching reality develop a cataract. This is it, Vera breathes. This is where he disappeared. I can see the evidence. Toivo's equipment scattered around the circle. A camera with its lens shattered. Sensors crushed into the frozen ground. And at the center of the formation, barely visible in the snow, his boot prints. They lead into the shimmer and stop mid-stride, like he walked through a doorway and vanished. My radio crackles. Reed Lake charges set, awaiting confirmation. Malik's voice. Arrogech's ready. Comes Sujok's report. Neuterwick Creek is good to go, Bethany adds. She sounds steadier now, focused. Inactive pass charges placed. Standing by, Jasper. Vera keys her radio. Copy all teams. We're setting the final charges now. Detonation sequence begins in 15 minutes. 3:30 on my mark. Synchronized. 4 confirmations come back. We unpack the explosives, military grade, enough to pulverize the basalt pillars into gravel. Vera moves with practiced efficiency, placing charges at the base of each column, running detonation cord between them. I help where I can, but my attention keeps drifting to the shimmer. It's getting stronger. The distortion is spreading, pulsing in rhythm with the aurora overhead. And inside it, I can see shapes, not the standing figures from before. These are different, moving, dancing, living in a space that exists perpendicular to ours. Vera. My voice comes out hoarse. It's opening. She looks up from the detonator, follows my gaze. Christ. The shimmer has expanded to fill the entire circle between the pillars. Through it, we can see the other world clearly now. The frozen plain, the glowing sky, the impossible city in the distance, spires of light reaching upward into green heavens. And walking toward us through that landscape, Toivo. He looks exactly as he did in the photographs. Same ranger uniform, same weathered face. but his skin glows faintly, and his eyes are solid pools of aurora light. He stops on the other side of the barrier, maybe 10 feet away, separated by a membrane thin as soap bubbles. Vera. His voice echoes strangely, like it's coming from everywhere and nowhere. You came. Toivo. Her voice breaks. God. Toivo, what did you do? I crossed over. 10 years ago, I stepped through and never looked back. It's everything I said, Vera. Everything I promised. No more pain. No more cold. Just existence in perfect harmony with... Stop. She raises a hand. You're not Toivo. You're wearing his face, using his memories, but you're not him. The figure's expression shifts, becomes something else. Multiple faces overlapping, hundreds of features bleeding together. We are Toivo, and Helena, and everyone who crossed. We merge here, become collective. Individual consciousness flowing into the greater stream. It's beautiful, Vera. You'd understand if you just looked. You're parasites, I say. You're harvesting people, taking their minds and leaving empty shells. We're offering transformation, evolution. Your species is trapped in separate bodies, isolated minds, screaming into the void and hoping someone hears. We end that loneliness. Forever. Vera finishes wiring the last charge. Then why take people by force? Why the compulsion? The calling? Because you resist. You cling to separation even though it causes suffering. We learned patience. We learned to invite rather than take. But the barrier is failing. Soon we won't need permission. Soon the aurora will touch ground everywhere, and the harvest will be complete. Not if we seal these rifts, Vera says. The collective wearing Toivo's face tilts its head. You can't. The anchors are geological. Destroy them, and you only delay the inevitable. The membrane is thinning. In 6 months, a year, new focal points will emerge, and we'll resume contact. This is evolution, Vera. You can't stop it. Watch us, I mutter. Vera checks her watch. 3 minutes to detonation. Nate, get clear. You're staying? Someone needs to trigger the charges manually if the remote fails. Go. That's an order. Like hell. I plant my feet. We both go or we both stay. She glares at me, then sighs. Stubborn bastard. The shimmer expands further. Now it's bleeding past the pillars, creeping across the snow toward us. Figures are emerging from it. Not solid, but translucent. Ghosts made of light. I recognize some faces. The 3 hikers we found on the ridge. David, Bethany's cameraman, Ranger Jameson. Dozens more, I don't know. They're all smiling. Join us, they say in unison. Join us. Join us. Join us. My radio. 2 minutes. All teams confirm status. 4 voices respond. Already, the figures are surrounding us now. Not threatening. Just waiting. Inviting. Their hands reach out, passing through the air like smoke. 30 seconds, Vera says, finger on the detonator trigger. The collective speaks through Toivo's mouth one last time. You're afraid. We understand. Fear is the last thing you'll lose when you cross. After that, only peace, only unity, only now. Vera slams the trigger. The world erupts. Not just our charges, all 5 locations detonating simultaneously. I feel it through the ground, a seismic shock wave that rolls across the valley. The basalt pillars explode, fragments spinning outward in deadly arcs. The shimmer convulses, reality buckling like fabric under tension. The figures scream, not sound, something deeper, a psychic wail that drives needles through my skull. I drop to my knees, hands over ears, but it doesn't help. The scream is inside me. Through watering eyes, I see the rift collapsing. The other world visible through the shimmer is tearing apart like wet paper. The frozen plain cracks. The glowing city crumbles. The green sky fractures into 1,000 pieces. And the figures, they're being pulled back, sucked into the collapsing rift like water down a drain. Toivo's face stretches, distorts, his mouth open in a silent plea or curse. Then he's gone. They're all gone. The shimmer snaps closed with a sound like breaking glass. Silence. The pillars are rubble. The shimmer is gone. The aurora overhead flickers, dims, retreats north toward the horizon. In seconds, it fades to nothing, leaving only stars in the deep Arctic darkness. My radio crackles. Reed Lake charge is successful. Rift sealed. Arrogech confirmed. It's gone. Neuterwick Creek clear. Inactivuk Pass closed. No activity. Vera staggers to her feet, blood running from her nose. All teams, return to Bettles. Mission accomplished. I try to stand, but my legs won't cooperate. Everything hurts. My head feels like it's been split open and reassembled wrong. Did it work? I think so. She wipes blood from her face. The anchors are destroyed. The rifts are sealed. For now. For now. You heard what it said. The membrane is thinning. This bought us time. Maybe months. Maybe years. But eventually they'll find a way through again. She nods, expression grim. Then we'll be ready. We'll monitor. We'll prepare. And if they come back... A sound cuts through the night. Distant, but clear. Singing. We both freeze. It's coming from the north. Beyond the mountains. A chorus of voices carrying across the frozen wilderness. Beautiful and terrible. Words in no language I know, but somehow understand. We are patient. We are eternal. We will wait. We will return. We will bring you home. The singing fades. Vera meets my eyes. We need to go. Now. We stumble back toward the snowmobile, leaving the rubble of the anchors behind. The aurora is gone. The sky is clear. But I can still feel them out there. Watching. Waiting. Counting down to the day when the barrier fails completely. And wondering if we'll be ready when it does. We made it back to Bettles by dawn. Jake and the other journalist woke up during the ride, confused but themselves again. The glow had left their eyes. Whatever connection the rift collapse severed, it released them from the calling. Bethany left that morning without a word. Just loaded her remaining crew into the white SUV and drove south. I don't blame her. Some truths are too heavy to carry. The government arrived by noon. Not local authorities. Federal agents in unmarked vehicles who confiscated our equipment, our reports, our photographs. They interviewed each of us separately, then together, then separately again. Their questions were specific, practiced. They'd done this before. A woman who introduced herself only as Dr. Reyes sat across from me in Vera's office. You understand this incident never happened. The hikers were found suffering from exposure. They recovered. End of story. What about the rifts? I asked. They'll open again. We're aware. We've been monitoring dimensional instability since 1959. Your actions brought us time to develop countermeasures. Be grateful. Countermeasures? You knew this was happening and did nothing. She leaned forward. We did what we could with limited understanding. Now we have more data. Your detonations prove the anchors can be destabilized. We'll be installing permanent seismic monitors at similar geological formations worldwide. When the rifts attempt to reopen, we'll be ready. And if they find another way through? Her expression remained neutral. Then we adapt. They left 48 hours after arriving, taking everything except our memories. But the memories refuse to stay buried. I've been having dreams, not nightmares. Something stranger. I'm standing on that frozen plain under the green sky, and I can see both worlds simultaneously. Earth behind me, cold and dark. The other place ahead, warm and inviting. And between them, a space where consciousness exists without form, where language becomes unnecessary, where I wake up sweating, the taste of ozone on my tongue. Vera says she's having the same dreams. So is Malik. So are others who were there that night. Like we touched something we can't untangle ourselves from. 2 weeks after the detonations, I received an email. No sender name. Just coordinates and a date. Next solar maximum, 6 months from now. The message read, they want to talk. Real communication, not calling, not harvesting. Dialogue. I showed it to Vera. She'd received the same email. It's a trap, she said. Maybe. Or maybe they're sincere. Maybe destroying the anchors proved we can fight back, and now they want negotiation instead of invasion. You're thinking about going. I didn't answer. Didn't need to. She sighed. If you go, you take backup, full documentation, fail-safe protocols, and if they try to pull you through, I'll resist. I know the rules now. But that's the thing. I'm not sure I want to resist anymore. Because every night in my dreams, I see that other world more clearly. See the people who crossed over, living in ways that don't translate to human language. And I hear Toivo's voice, not commanding or compelling, just explaining. We can share knowledge, we can learn from each other, but someone has to be first. Someone has to step through willingly, with open eyes, and come back to tell the truth. Yesterday, I got another email. One word, Ambassador. The solar maximum is in 4 months now. I've started preparing, learning meditation techniques to strengthen my consciousness, studying Dr. Strand's research, writing everything down in case I don't return the same. Vera thinks I'm making a mistake. Maybe she's right. But standing on that ridge 3 months ago, watching those hikers stare at the aurora with frozen eyes, I felt something. Not fear, not horror, curiosity. What if they were never victims? What if they were volunteers? What if going home doesn't mean returning to the place you came from, but finally reaching the place where you belong? I'll find out soon enough. The aurora is already getting brighter.